Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. In this video, we are looking at the NBA slate for Wednesday. We have two games today, starting at 7:30. Let's go ahead and get into it. Zach LaVine is the biggest piece of news that we're waiting on. Same thing with Caruso. LaVine is unlikely to play, according to Underdog last tweet, but we know it's a fluid situation in the playoffs. They can easily just upgrade him, or somebody else could be ruled out, like Jimmy Butler. Hopefully, that's not the case, but we did get some good value from Miami yesterday with Oladipo, with Strus, Vincent, and Bam. Let's go ahead and get started. As always, you can hit the like button before we get started. Subscribe if you want. Check out the website, Twitter, Prize Picks code. All that is in the description. Starting off with the point guard picks today, we have Steph Curry at 9K. Steve Kerr said he's not on a minutes limit anymore, but he didn't commit to a starting lineup. So maybe he likes having Curry come off the bench and just rack up, 33 points. He's dropped over 33 in 2 out of the last 3 games, facilitating at a pretty high clip. Last game, he got 59, but 10 of those did come with blocks and steals. Kind of an outlier there, but still going to be taking a lot of shots. At 9K, I definitely don't mind getting to Steph Curry. You can go down a little bit to Jrue Holiday if you wanted to. At this point, I might just get up to Steph Curry. Holiday had 5 threes last game, which helped him finish with 42. They still play a lot of guys, and other guys have been hot for them, like Grayson Allen has missed just 2 out of his last 13 or so threes, and we all know Giannis can take over. So I'd probably get up to Curry over Jrue Holiday just for 400 more. And Jordan Poole, 74. Had a pretty tough shooting night, just 3 of 10. Still finished with a decent fantasy score with 9 assists. But if Curry is starting and they bring Poole back off the bench, be a little bit tougher for me to get Jordan Poole here. And then there's a big drop-off to Monty Morris, who had a great game last time out. He put up 35 and he dropped 24 real-life points, 5 threes. They're going to need him to step up like he did. It's been very rare that they've had somebody else step up with Jokic. If Morris can be that guy at 54, looks like a pretty good value. At that price tag, I probably like him more than Barton, who's been not doing much this series. At least we saw something out of Morris. And then Caruso is a big piece of news. If he's out and there's no LaVine, then you're going to be forced to look at Kobe White. Kobe White, he came into the game, turned the ball over a couple of times, sat down. Hasn't really had any success this series. Got the ball stripped by Grayson Allen multiple times last game. So I'll probably like DeSumo more. I think they will start him. They might have to start both of them if there's no Caruso and Zach LaVine. But DeSumo at least got 29 minutes last game. He can have a decent night with fantasy if he's going to be handling the ball a little bit. We saw him rack up a lot of assists a couple of months ago when he was playing a lot of minutes when they were dealing with injuries to Caruso and injuries to LaVine and all that stuff. So at 44, he's another good value pick. And we also saw Bones Highland step up and play nice. He's $4,300. He put up 32, 7 assists. He did all that in just 20 minutes, so a little bit rare to expect that sort of performance again. But still, if he's going to get those minutes, he looks decent. But I still like Connaughton a little bit more at only 38. Just get myself a lot of value picks here at the guard position. Played 28 minutes last game. Some probably due to the blowout nature, but he's still a guy that they will give 20-plus minutes to. And if everybody's going to be on Grayson Allen today, then could get to Pat Connaughton. Hopefully he has a good shooting night. And I like Connaughton more than Wesley Matthews, who's just there for defensive reasons. He doesn't really give you any sort of upside, even though he does play good minutes. Moving on to shooting guard, expecting LaVine to miss. Klay Thompson looks pretty good for fantasy. Looks better in the player props. Take his over on threes, or at least to get 4 or 5 threes. He's done that. And only in all games except for one this series, just dropped 3 threes in that one. So I don't mind getting to Klay Thompson. With not having a ton of options here, then you have Barton and Grayson Allen. Like Allen more than Barton still. And then 4K range, maybe look to Kobe White if he's starting, but probably like to assume a little bit more. Value-wise, I went to Pat Connaughton. I think he looks the best. Over at small forward, your pay-up is going to be Giannis at 11.6. I'm going to get to DeRozan today. Get at least one of DeRozan or Vooch if there's no LaVine, just because they're going to handle the ball more, and if they are able to stay somewhat close in this game, they will just have to play a lot of minutes. He played 41 minutes last game, even though they lost by 24. So you could expect him to play 44, 45 here in a must-win. Other options at small forward would be getting down a little bit to Patrick Williams at 5K. He had a good game after he missed 9 field goals the previous game. Came back with a double-double. That was good to see. From Patrick Williams, the price tag has come up, but he still looks like a reasonable value when you don't have very many other options in the range. That's kind of it. I'm not really looking at Wiggins much or Gordon much. Over at power forward, definitely you can get up to Giannis if that's going to be your pay up today. Other options here would be getting down a little bit to like Draymond at only 67. He filled up the stat sheet, double-double, 6 assists last game, did foul out in 34 minutes. He's not going to take a lot of shots, as we know, but he's going to facilitate, get you some rebounds, and get you some defensive stats potentially. Other options would be going down a little bit here to Patrick Williams at 5K, and Bobby Portis as well at 65. Moving over to center, I'm going to be getting up to Jokic. It's a little scary to fade Jokic on a 2-game slate, especially in a must-win after the way that he's played the last couple of games. Early on, looks like the Warriors kind of figured him out, but last couple of games, Jokic's been hitting his threes and really just putting a lot of pressure on the Warriors' defense. Maybe they make adjustments again. They look to defend him differently. But looks like right now Jokic has a little bit of a hand up or a leg up on the Warriors' defense. And he only had 8 rebounds last game. Normally, he's going to expect him to get like way more than that. He's averaging almost 14 rebounds per game on the season. So that's 5 guys I have. And then going back over to the power forward position, plug in Draymond here at 67 just to get to one piece of the Warriors. We've got 2 Nuggets here. Get to at least 1 Warrior in Draymond. Got a couple of Bulls here just with not having Levine, most likely, and probably maybe not having Caruso as well. DeRozan and DeSumo look like pretty good values. And I got to Connaughton just with this cheap price tag. So that's about it for DraftKings. Let's go ahead and look at FanDuel. All right, over on FanDuel point guard picks here, we have Steph Curry at 96. Don't mind getting down to Holiday instead. Save $1,500 on DraftKings, only $400 difference. So easier to get up to Curry over Holiday on DraftKings. Other options are maybe Jordan Poole if he continues to start, like Monty Morris here at 54. And then looking at some of these Chicago guys for the value, DeSumo, Kobe White. If they both start, still probably like DeSumo a little bit more. Shooting guards, still like DeRozan, especially if there's no Levine. If Levine plays, then I'll probably go elsewhere. Other options in the 6K range, Wiggins looks pretty good at 61. You can play him at 2 spots. Klay Thompson definitely looks good at 66. And then Grayson Allen is more expensive than Barton, so you can go Barton instead. Or go down to like DeSumo, Kobe White. I'm probably going to end up with at least one of those. Plug them in at shooting guard. Small forward, get up to DeRozan here at 91. I'm assuming that Levine is not going to play today, so getting to at least a couple of these Chicago pieces. I like Williams a little bit at 56, but not the easiest price tag. Connaughton still looks like a good value at 41 when he's sandwiched in between a lot of guys that don't play as many minutes as he does. Over at power forward, don't mind getting to Gordon at 62, but my favorite has to be Bobby Portis at 58. He's been playing really well. He had a great first quarter, didn't do much the rest of the way, but still finished with a decent fantasy score. Gets you rebounds, points, some defensive stats, always in the mix. And then at center, looking to get up to Jokic on both sides. Not even that expensive of a price tag, must-win game. Got to go to Jokic here. And that's about it for the video. Other options could be getting down to like Vooch at 8K or Draymond, but Draymond, he looks a little bit better on DraftKings when you have Portis way cheaper on FanDuel, but you can get to both if you wanted to. That's it for the video. I will go ahead and make the prize picks video now, so check that out if you want. Best of luck tonight, and I'll see you all next time.